Howdy ho, friends. It's Michelle with another weekly wax meltdown to share with you today. This is where I give you thoughts on what I've warmed in my home over the last week. And as usual, we are starting with Scentsy. Why? Because it's my favorite. First, I have Blue Christmas. This one is a shocker. I am shaken. I love this scent. It is orange peels, clove, fir needle, and cinnamon stick. A couple years ago when this was out, all I could get was cinnamon and clove. And I could not understand why everyone was talking about the fir and the orange and all that I didn't get any. My nose changed. I guess that's what happens over the years. But I'm so glad because I love this scent. It does have the cinnamon and the clove in there, but first and foremost, you get the fir and the orange and then the spice. This is like one of those kind of vintage type scents that really is timeless. Like, it'll always be good, you know? Anyway, love it. It is staying in my club because I automatically put scents in my Scentsy club to auto ship, and then before it actually ships, I decide which one I want to always get my bar, from, and I'll take out what I don't want, but everything's safe and sound in there until I decide before it ships what I want to take out. Anyway, if you have questions about Scentsy Club, there is a page on the Scentsy website about all of that. I will leave that link in the description box below. Moving on. Farm Stand Pumpkin. This is fresh apple, cinnamon stick, pumpkin, and caramel. I don't get any caramel really here. It is a fresh pumpkin scent to me, and not like a canned pumpkin. This to me is a fresh pumpkin with maybe a touch of apple and a very small touch of spice. To me, it's mostly pumpkin. A great, just kind of everyday pumpkin scent without all that spice added to it. And a medium to strong performer, so I like that Farm Stand Pumpkin as well. Cider Mill. This is fresh apple, crushed pumpkin, and simmering spices. And if you haven't heard of this scent, you got to try it. It is most people's absolute favorite fall scent from Scentsy. I don't know how long this has been out. Let's see. It was actually the scent of the month, October of 2013. And then has come back, it looks like, fall, winter, for every year since. Yes, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. That's how much everyone loves it. This is compared to Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Apple or Yankees Apple Pumpkin. Or maybe I got those backwards, but you know what I mean. It's kind of one of those staple fall scents. Next is Mystery Man. And this is kind of a male cologne type scent. It is white cedar, green verbena, citrusy bergamot. Perfectly spiced sensual fragrance is what it says. Definitely a cologne scent. I would say more on the herbal, earthy side rather than wood, but there is wood in it for sure. Spice, sure, okay. I mean, it doesn't smell like cinnamon, or clove, not that kind of spice, but it is a little spicy, kind of herbal, woody scent. And strong performer as well. Excuse me. Next is Cinnamon Buttercream. It is Italian buttercream, mascarpone, and cinnamon cake. Combined sugar, spice, and everything nice. Okay, so I forgot, because of the name of this, I forgot that there was actually cinnamon cake in the description of it, but it makes complete sense because I definitely get a bakery note in here that I kind of wish they would have left out. Don't hate me. I kind of wish it was more of the cinnamon buttercream, and that's it. But it is a great bakery scent for the fall, especially. Yeah, and a strong performer for me. Next is Harry Potter Wizarding World. This is sparkling citrus, green apple, mahogany wood, vanilla, and amber. And this is on the like masculine cologne side again. But that amber and that apple kind of brighten it up and kind of, I don't know, smooth it out a little bit. It's not like harsh, you know, it's kind of got that fruitiness to it. And a little citrus brightens it up as well. So yeah, you've kind of got the woods and the apple that kind of give it that dark, heavy, that dark, heavy scent, but at the same time, you got the other things that lift it up a little bit. I don't know how to describe that, obviously. Okay, black currant and plum. Oh, and the Harry Potter Wizarding World, for me, is a medium to strong performer. It does well. Next is black currant and plum. This is one of the brand new scents, this catalog. It is dark plum and wild black currant with sweet apple. So I would say mainly like plum and currant in here. It's got that tartness, but it's also got that sweet apple note. So this is more on the body care type of scent, and on those dark, you know, plum type notes. But for me, when I warm this, that currant, that tartness has gotten a lot stronger as this bar cures. As you can see, I got this in August, so it would have been poured before that. I do not see a pour date. In case you don't know, sometimes, not all the time, you can barely see like a stamp here with a date. It's hard to see though. Sometimes it's not even there. Anyway, and I would say a light to medium performer, more on the light side, but that's okay with that scent. I think if it were stronger, it would be too much. Next, I melted two Velvet Moon. This is one of my favorites, probably my second favorite brand new scent in this catalog. I can get to the description here. There we go. Vanilla flower, white musk, and foggy mist. The extended notes from the Scentsy family reunion are bergamot, melon, leafy greens, praline, cedar, vanilla, and musk. And yes, this is definitely a very unique scent. You get kind of that vanilla floral in there. At first, warming it, it is a little too powdery to begin with, but don't worry, that calms down, and that kind of foggy mist, the musk, comes out. It's so good. I love it. That one may be going in my club. It will at least go in my hack club for backup in case I need it and it doesn't come back next season. You can check out description box below for videos on my hack club that I'm talking about. Next is Harvest Blessings. And this is kind of one of my go-to fall winter scents. It was just released last year. It's apple, spiced pumpkin, and oak. And yeah, it instead of having that spice with the apple and pumpkin, like a heavy spice, it's got this wood oak note. It's got a little spice in there, but it's not like your normal average spicy scents. How many times can you put apple and pumpkin and spices together, right? The oak adds that nice woody note to this. And I would say about equal parts apple, pumpkin, oak, and, you know, a little bit of spice. Anyway, and this is also a good performer. I would say at least medium to strong. Another favorite, Bright Cider Life. This is spiced harvest cider, pumpkin, and red apple. I don't know about all that. To me, this smells like a fall graham cracker. I guess it's that apple and pumpkin, but it smells to me like a fall graham cracker. It doesn't have really any spice to it, I wouldn't say. I mean, I know it says that, harvest cider, but spiced harvest cider. But yeah, I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. Like graham cracker in a fall version. Not spicy. Love it. It came out last year. I think it was new last fall, winter. And I did not put it in my club. And the whole time in the spring summer catalog, I was worried that it wasn't going to come back because I didn't put it in there. It's going in my club for sure at the end of the season. Okay, a few that we do not have currently available right now. I have the Villains Dark and Devious. This is brooding black pepper, star anise, cinnamon, smoked absinthe, ancient hemlock. So last year when this came out, you can tell, you probably noticed that, October of 21 is when this came out, or when I purchased it. On cold, I like this scent. I don't mind any of those scent notes as long as it's not overdone, I guess. But warm, I don't like it. All of those notes are like just too much when it's warm. Again, I only had, I think, 2 cubes left, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I should have done only 1 if it was since it was too strong or too much for me. And I know I always say this, and I need to, you know, do it myself, but if something's too strong or you don't like something, definitely try using less or in a larger room, that type of thing. Anyway, next is the Haunted Mansion, Disney's 3 Thumbs Up. Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite rides. I have several though, so I mean, you know. Okay, this is allspice, pumpkin, cinnamon, and ginger. This is definitely like a fall bakery scent. It's kind of almost like bread, like an allspice bread. It's not my type of scent, but I can see where this, you know, or why this is some people's favorite. It's different for one, and that bakery note with that allspice is nice. It's not like super overly spicy. Last clamshell is My Home, and this used to be called, or it's formerly known as, Home Sweet Home. They had to change it, I think, for copyright, whatever. I don't know. It is spicy, cinnamon, and floral. This is, for me, not a spice lover or a bakery lover. This is a great fall scent. Because it's floral. I don't know what florals and I don't know what kind of cinnamon. I would not categorize this as a spicy cinnamon. It goes together so, so good. I had this in my Scentsy club for a while. But you know, this is before I started my hack club. So I was getting shipments of it during the summer when I'm not really going to warm this type of scent. So I took it out because I had a little, you know, stock of it. and I can do without it, you know. But anyway, so I took it out of my club. So that's all the Scentsy. If that's all you wanted to see, thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone's doing well. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's talk about some candles. We'll do Bath & Body Works first. These were all, I'll just say it now, in my candle crocks. And it's basically a crock pot for your candle. You know, it's about yay big. It's kind of like a hot plate, but it's also insulated on the sides. Anyway, if you want more information about that, also check out the description box below. I have some videos on candle lamps and candle crocks and the ones that I have, and talking about the features of them and why you might want to use them. Anyway, okay, these were all in my candle crocks. Sweet cinnamon plum. I do love my plum scents in the fall. Juicy plum, cinnamon apple, and ground clove bud. So, yes, there is cinnamon and clove in this one, but not too much for me, especially this year with my newly changed nose scenting ability. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I get the plum and a little bit of cinnamon and clove in there. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Usually these Bath & Body Works candles go for about a week. Some 3 to 4 days at the least, on 24 hours a day. Some candles from Bath & Body Works, a few, not many, will go weeks. But average, normal, I'd say about 7 days. Anyway, next is Harvest Pomegranate. And this also has plum, if I'm not mistaken. Pomegranate, apple, and sweet black plum. Yes. I love this. It's got that deep, dark plum scent, but also that bright pomegranate note in there. That will be a repurchase for me every season or every fall when they have it out. And I grabbed this next one off of my shelf, my candle shelf, I guess, because my one that I had in the crock, I actually just took out, and it's still pretty much all liquid. So, you know. So I grabbed the one I have left, Warm Vanilla Sugar. Ooh, lovely scent. This is intoxicating vanilla, white orchid, sparkling sugar, fresh jasmine, and creamy sandalwood. If you have never tried this scent in anything, try it. I think they even have it in the pocket back, the hand sanitizer right now. It is the most delicious, warm, cozy, intoxicating scent. Yeah. Okay, and then another one that was in my candle crock, so I'm going to be very careful with it, but it has solidified at least a little bit, is Kringle Candles Vampire Blood. And this is mainly a strawberry scent, if I remember correctly. What just happened? This was one of their Halloween candles, obviously. Described as, well, I'll just read you the notes, not the little story. Top notes of plum, spice blend, and tea, with mid notes of cinnamon, jam, and raspberry. Base notes of clove, musk, and vanilla. So this was, here's the lid. Obviously, I'm not putting the lid on because it's still cooling down from being in the crock. So I said strawberry, mainly raspberry, I guess, and plum type of scent with some spice to it. It was interesting. Not a repurchase for me, but I'm glad I tried it. It was different. I haven't smelled anything like it before. So, and as far as strength, I guess I should explain. This is not full because I always put candles, especially these big candles, under a candle lamp first. I wouldn't say always. Bath and Body Works candles don't go under a lamp first usually, unless it's like the last one and I don't know if it's ever coming back, that type of thing. Anyway, the bigger candles, I'm going off the rails here. The bigger candles I put under a lamp first to warm from the top down. It will warm layers at a time. Then once the scent is gone, can pour it off and then do another layer. And then at a certain point, which I would say after Halloween was over, it was time to go in the candle crock, because I don't need something that says vampire blood or that has, that spider webs around my house after Halloween's over. So that's why it's not full. I poured off, I think, twice before I actually put it in the candle crock. So, okay. It's still warm, but not hot to the touch now. Now, when it's all liquid and I first pull it out, the bottom is pretty hot. But anyway. Okay, oh, nope, one more. One last. Destination Wax. Bamboo and Black Cedar. Bamboo, juniper, black cedar, and champaca flowers. If you like those, say, pretty woodsy, almost powdery, and mature fragrances, you might like this. It was too much for me. Too woody, powdery, musky, like mature type of scent. So it was strong though. I would say at least a medium to strong for sure. And it did well. I'm glad I got to try it. Now I can mark on my list that I don't want to repurchase it. All right. That's all I have for you this week. I am slowly working on getting my Christmas trees up. I know if it's too early for you, I'm sorry. I just like to take my time in getting my decorations up. So I start a little earlier maybe than usual. Anyway, but by next week, you may see my Disney Christmas tree here next to me. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. This Saturday, though, guess what? It is the final video in my Melted Mixology series. And I realized after the fact of one of my previous videos, I kept saying that the last scent is White Amber Antique. And I'm sure you can understand why. That's what I was saying. Because the last scent we're talking about in Melted Mixology is actually White Amber and Silk. So, stay tuned for that on Saturday. I hope everyone is having a great week. And I will see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.